angry. Very, very angry. I said, check the numbers, man. You should be making more than enough. But I wouldn't jump the gun just yet because of the circumstantial, like I said, pandemic. But uh, Warren or Bill de Blasio, whatever you want to call it, man, wants to get 50,000 little ones in there immediate on the month that I said I wasn't really going to, do anything or. And then I said to myself, majority of that is not black. Warren is just not. And I said to myself, that's your name. that's your name. But like I said, man, the 30% that you saying that it is or whatever should possibly stay in that remote situation / hybrid because it's something that they got used to after a year and some change. And the takeaway would just be a psychological demonstration of power. I wouldn't go that route because, like I said, man, you got millions and millions of situations. You got other situations, but like I said, on paper it's one thing, verbally it's another. Pandemic means what it means. And so, do whatever you gotta do, man. I understand it all from everything. It's what made me the nigga president. And all of this is doing is just, how you say it? Solidify. What's the word for it? Solidifying it all. Because you want to go back to something that led us to what we got into from the research that I've gathered together. So be it, man. I'm not for it at all. I'm looking for how you say a better solution to your problems than adding more problems to your problems. But like I said, egos and other things that's just historical seem to interfere. I have no problem with that. It's just when the outcome comes, do not blame it on the Nickycrats. Like I said, man, it's already taking place. But like I said, it's not the Nickycratic form. Nickycratics only come up with the ideas. Now what happens in between the ideas is totally up to someone else. Making me more of a Nickycratic president than ever, like I said, it's being solidified. I appreciate it through the airwaves and all. And salute to those out there pushing the barrier beyond barriers during the time that I said I was going to take a substantial break. And I'm seeing more and more, how you say, black individuals on camera with police incidents while this so-called case of, like I said, police brutality is a part of some of the job, man. It get physical, officers get spit on, all types of things done to them, man. So they risk their life, but they don't have the appreciation substantially necessarily needed in this time and age because some strange reason, I don't know. What is it? I think it's some underhandedness going on because their job didn't change. their job always stayed the same. And so to expect anything other than that would be to change their job description, which would drive them into what took place with, I guess, allegedly with Mr. Floyd, which I guess what they say around the time, get rid of all of them, they say. I said, nah, don't do that. Don't jump to the gun. But that was full on. I'm not laughing at this. Prince Philip's death brings young royals into focus for British monarchy. Now, I wouldn't call it a monarchy. I call it substantial evidence that some things existed periodically. You can hold on to the dream, but the reality existed. This is beautiful. White Lives Matter rally flop as hardly anyone shows up. Nah, I wouldn't say that, man. They're having more than rallies. They're having campaigns, slogans, groups of individuals backing them on behalf of these. That was someone sent some sorcery. They got a lot. They got sorcerers too. They got sorcerers. They got a whole bunch. They got everything they could possibly have on earth, except I said, nah, there's not going on to that stuff, man. And that's where the line is drawn at. Like I said, the egos and everything else. Like I said, I did all of the things possible to become the president. They decided to have a scramble between the votes. You seen it. And I declared it before the votes were scrambled like that. You seen it. And then I said to myself, this is actually, I guess, my truth. And no one else's. Making it more solidifiable in my mind, especially in this time. Because, how you say it, I'm not floating on sunshine. I'm grateful to actually be alive in this time. Because of the pandemic, man, and the social distancing and preparation it takes. But like I said, we hopefully working on the next, we call it a reoccurring stimulus package in its $2.9 trillion infrastructure bill. Ain't that right, Biden? I like it, Biden. I like it, sliding, Biden. And tell Jill the gravy is, like I said, man. It's like every other month she's making some gravy, man. It's beautiful. Nightly news, 4 broadcasters, they show old previous pictures of the Queen and the Prince. It's like I said, I'm looking for a king. And that was a prince, man. So like I said, when it came down to it, I thought to myself, and I said, everything that popped in my head was Game of Thrones. Now the Queen, she capable of running and doing whatever she wanted, though. Now the king, once he's got it, it's a wrap. That's why they call it checkmate. You want to continue this game, man. This game. And I said, man, you do all of this. But something that I'm saying to you, too much should never be enough. From what I'm saying here. Because even in a pandemic, doing the right thing is considered lame. Watch the latest news, headlines, and live events, especially for individuals such as black individuals. It's highly frowned upon from the historical points that society has shown its new up and coming generations upon generations upon generations. And it's not just America. It's the world. Trump Moon is the nigga president. It further solidifies it. This is beautiful. Keep up the great work, America and world leaders, man. Because, like I said, my plans and other things, I gave them away for free. I have no problem with that. It's part of my presidential duty to inform my constituents. And what they do on the other end on that, it's totally not up to my concern. It's up to the groups to decide. Which, like I said, I've got those groups in a patent presidential, what you call it, uh, Yellow Pages. Yeah, they gotta bring that back, Yellow Pages. Universal Pentagon memo sent before Capitol rioted. NBC, no, that was sent way before President Trump had got out of it. Oh, the Pentagon is not the Pentagon anymore. It is now Ripple slash cryptocurrency, man. Like I said, you want to branch and do things, and I'm trying to tell you, the dollar is gonna always be almighty powerful. It's more powerful than gold. You know why? Because on the symbol of it, it has presidents, and on the presidents it say, "In God we trust." So in order to change those people's minds, you have to come up with something. And periodically, I'm thinking of it could have been the Rona. What could it? I don't know. It could have been anything. But you saying that you got something better than it. Well, is it going to put more dollars into the civilization's hands? Or are we too worried about infrastructure? It's a question. Because when I said to do it, you went in, built the wall. See what happened with that. ABC News Live updates. U.S. hits another grim milestone in a pandemic. No, it's not a milestone. Like I said, it's like a rock. Try and swallow a rock and see what happens. It's going to be hard to either do it or digest it. Now, if you're a magician or something, or you've been working at the circus and that's your job to swallow things, then so be it. But, like I said, man, to each his own. Everyone is in this pandemic. You don't have a, you know what I mean? You don't have a periodical choice. If you want to save yourself, wear mask, social distance. Want to save the little ones, remote learn them. You can't do that. Find a city situation that you can trust. Because you get dramatic. So I'm sitting up there saying to myself, what if the person that you thought you could trust lied and didn't tell you they had it? Because I'm looking at it like after a year, things have had to heighten and the variants are undisclosed. Saying it's more variants, but no one is actually detecting what they are. It's stuck on the, John Kerry is trying to save the Iran nuclear deal. Listen, I'm trying to save the humanity. What's left of it. It's becoming like dinosaurs, man. Almost extinct. You lost 300 something million people in a matter of a year. And it seems like it's nothing to you. It makes me question matters a lot, man. You either change the president or not. Pandemic didn't, like I said, we didn't land on it. It landed on us. So reoccurring stimulus packages would be nice inside of this $2.9 trillion because that stimulus package you hosted was only 1.2 trillion. I got questions. Eric McCormick, Hollywood Walk of Fame star ceremony. Listen, man, you throwing enough ceremonies to let people know that the pandemic don't exist. But that's all for the, like I said, the PPP and skeptical money that you want to throw into a society to switch its mind into thinking that a pandemic is normal. Like I said in my previous video, nothing about this pandemic is normal. And from the looks of things, the things that you want American civilization to do may be too much more than you're willing to pay. So, can we get down to that in the bank statements of what you want and what you need, America? Because there's no tally up of tags. So like I said, man, you have a job, but it doesn't sustain you from the pandemic. So you're actually putting an extra mile in, which is appreciated, but is it gratituded with the payout? Now, if you vote nigga crack, we can definitely get more reoccurring stimuluses in your pockets because you deserve them. Gas explosion and fires in homes in Lawrence, North, and Dover. Sad, man. Sad. Even in China, there's more fires, man. Like I said, you want to go into infrastructure, and you have to wait for that. You have to supply civilization before they continue in this burning massacre of pandemic abuse. Because that's what it is. This is now becoming pandemic abuse. Because some want to get the shot. It's scheduled, but it's too long of a line. It's there. It's just scheduling it. Remember, you have to social distance. You have to pre-appoint. So it takes time. No one's willing to wait. Now, until individuals in leadership are willing to make the sacrifice and wait, the pandemic will remain. And with that being said, peace. I gotta go.